I didn't celebrate after the win. I stayed in my room, been in the booth. I've been in the booth for the past 2 days, so I've been resting it and just, it feels better today than it did yesterday and the day before. So I'm gonna try to give it a go today and see how it really feels.
Have you had to adjust the way you play at all, just because of the depth, because of the minutes that you're playing? If you just, anything as far, especially going to the lane, like on that play?
Yeah. I'm more aggressive in certain situations. I don't start the game out as, or I try not to start the game out as slow. I try to attack first, because I don't have, my TJ Dennis out there and stuff like that to attack for me at first, and then I get going after. So, and then I try to just attack the rim more, get teams in foul trouble, and slow the game down and get a rhythm from the free throw line.
When you look back at Saturday night, the atmosphere, everything, I mean, how much fun was that to feel a part of that and get a win like that?
The best part about that was we was down 12, I think like 10 minutes ago. And normally when we get down more than by like 6 or 8 points, we tend to say this game's over and stuff like that. And teams make a huge run, especially Kentucky. A lot of teams get down by 12 against Kentucky and think the game's over. But we stuck with it, the fans stuck with it. And then by the time I looked up, we cut the lead to like 2 or 3. And then we had the lead at a point, and I was like, I'm not letting this go now. It was time for us to win.
You know that ball was going to be a bank shot. That three-pointer was going to be a bank shot. Did you call it? That's the real question.
Now, when I shot it, I felt it was good, but when it came off my fingers funny, I said, I told my defender, that's going off the backboard. And he said, nah. It went off the backboard, and he laughed. But I didn't really call it, though, until I released it.
Kareem, you mentioned how many people from your neighborhood and back home, look at what you're doing. How many of them did you hear from after the game Saturday?
Too many. Everybody's proud of me. Proud of us for that huge win. That's like a huge win for my neighborhood right there, and many different reasons. And everybody just happy for me, and they know I had that game circled since last year. But I got to do a better job of treating every game like it's Kentucky.
Have you been here long enough to have a pretty good grip on what Alabama means to folks here?
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I first got on campus, I had an Auburn beer, and somebody told me roll tide, but I didn't feel any kind of way because I'm like, oh, cool. It did. But then as I started to be here longer and stuff like that, and people would say roll tide, now I say war eagle. So I kind of see the importance of the rivalry and how big it is and how exciting it is to play it Tuesday night.
How important as a team is it to get a taste of a win like you had against Kentucky, just to kind of feel what it feels like to play at that level for 40 minutes?
Very important, especially for a team like us. It's our first year playing with each other. We was on a 3-game losing streak. So to win that game, we're on this high right now that we just don't want to get back to losing. Because we hate losing, especially me. I hate how losing feels. So we just got to enjoy this high and remember what we did to win the game.
We're good. All right.
Thanks.